Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long Blues 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long Blues 1975.
Hey YouTube, Long Boys Post 1975. Yeah, you've read the title. Pickups and a little bit of a vloggy thing. Yeah, it's not going to be pickups in the wild. It's kind of what I want to do the little bit of the vloggy thing about, because normally I would do in the wild videos, but it's not on the cards. I can't hold my phone. Plus, also, even if I could hold my phone, the Redcast, it kind of makes makes what I'm doing stand out like a sore thumb, no pun intended. So I'm pretty sure I walked around like this, they would know I'm filming. But the thing is, I'm generally very pleased to get some of these because they are Xbox One. No, we can't say Xbox One anymore, can we? Because of the Xbone. They're original Xbox games, because I've been playing a lot of that, and I picked up quite a few today, and there's a reason I've been playing a lot of Xbox original Xbox games, and it's why I want to do this little bit of vloggy waffle thing. And I know I'm not whining, because in the big picture of things this is nothing. By the way, I put a St. George's cross on it so I get to look like a tit for the rest of the summer, because England was so shit. Yeah, I understand this is nothing, but it's just one of those things that you never really realise sort of how dominant, useful your dominant hand is. I know that sounds a bit of a cliche, but it's true. You just assume, because you do so many things with your left hand. In my case as well, when you're like, or most of our cases, because it's a video game channel, because you do stuff on Street Fighter, you could do intricate special moves with your left hand. You assume that you've got more coordination or strength with it than you actually have when you're deprived of your right hand. Complete fucking myth that is, right? Eating. It just like pick it up, and by the time I got to my mouth, all the sweet corn's falling off the fork, and then if I want to cut it, I have to swap hands and look like a child trying to badly stab at his dinner at primary school before the dinner lady comes over and does it for you. If I do it with this hand, because the way the cast is set, I can't actually get it into my mouth. So yeah, taking a shower, and you have to put that thing on it. They sell you at the hospital, and it's a bloody fortune. Is a pain in the ass. Someone said, "Oh, why don't you just 12 quid?" Right? They said, "Why don't you just tape it up with a bin bag?" And I'm like, "Well, because I don't want to risk it going soggy. It itches enough as it is." And what was it? Oh yeah, and I was having a good scratch earlier on, and I found a band-aid down there. Nasty, I know, but that's because also, if I want to play games, right, I have to take a piece of surgical gauze and put it there, because otherwise it chafes, and then I have to put another one there. So a few people have seen me playing games, and they're like, it looks like the fucking Mummy Returns. But otherwise it just, chafes. And when people say, "Well, don't play games," or "There's, it's, do something else," it's like when you're housebound, because that's why these pickups were just a godsend. You're completely reliant on other people, so if you can't get out, you got to do something. I'm sorry, it's as far as I'm concerned, it's this or just sit and stare at the wall, because I'm not a big reader and stuff like that, and I hate summer, so I'm certainly not going to go outside and do anything in the heat. Plus, also, why would I with this on it? It itches enough as it is. But anyway, I digress. I'm waffling enough as it is. Yeah, the problem I found is, and it's the reason I've been doing lots of Xbox games, and Xbox 360 gameplays, in fact loads, if you've been watching my gameplays, and not all of my gameplays are even live, trust me, I'll be doing loads. It's because, right, I've suddenly found out that I cannot play a lot of my systems. It's because of this bit here. It looks like it from the front, right, but my thumb doesn't move properly on the back, or my front, your back, you know what I mean. So yeah, so no Wii U, because even though there's another control pad with it, that's awkward. Can't do this. This is a killer, because I love, me, I love my Wii, which means some of the games I picked up today are pointless. I can't, but I tried playing, and this hurts my back. I tried playing Call of Duty World at War, and literally gave up 13 seconds in, because it just felt like it was just weird, and that's a gutter, So yeah, this though, I mean, I've always loved this pad, and you can call me a fan, but I've always preferred it. Instead, it was superior to the PlayStation one. But you know, taste is subjective. I just like the fact that one sticks harder than the other. But my God, whoever designed this pad, thank you. You're a freaking genius. It's like it knew this was coming, and it just slots in there so well. And it's the only pad where I can comfortably hit all the buttons. Hence the fact that I've been playing a massive amount of 360 and original Xbox games. So yeah, I got offered a chance to go down. Well, I had to go downtown today to see work, and so I got offered a lift because I can't drive. And when I went downtown, I had a quick look in cash converters and cash generators, and we'll start with cash generators, where I bought a couple of Wii games. I'm loving playing Wii games on the Wii U. Irony is I can't really at the moment, simply because the way it upscales them. So one of these at least should look absolutely fantastic. These were $3.99 each. Is that a lot? I don't honestly know. But then, to be perfectly honest, I never say something's overpriced if it's something you want and you are happy to pay that price for it, which I was in this case. And it's Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, the final game in the Metroid Prime series. First two on the GameCube, they're absolutely fantastic. This is the first one that uses motion controls. And there is a compilation of all three on the Wii that I would recommend, where they update the first two and you can use motion controls. But yeah, I saw this, they didn't have that, I would have bought that. Yeah, so I saw this and I thought, I'm having that. It's a weird game in the sense that I've owned this about 3 times. I play it like kind of once a year through to completion and then trade it in. And then play it again. Just, you know, it's kind of like me with Rocky on the GameCube. I don't know why I keep coming back to it, but absolutely fantastic game, graphically stunning. And I don't mean because it's on the Wii, I mean graphically stunning. And yeah, so I thought I'm having that for, you know, £4. It's complete. Oh wait, that's the second used game I bought. It's still got the intact code. And the funny thing is, the code on Super Smash Bros. Brawl that I tried the other day, I could actually redeem it. Anyway, sorry, waffling. Disc is absolutely spankaroonie, yeah, and as I said, it's complete, so I'm really chuffed with that. Just a shame that it's obviously Wiimote to nunchuck, so I can't play it. But as soon as I can, you can expect a gameplay. Now this one, I know absolutely nothing about. If any of these games are shit, don't tell me. I'd rather walk into the firing line, if that makes sense. Yeah, I just bought this out of curiosity because I'm on a big Ninja Turtles kick at the moment. I kind of crammed as much in before the movie comes out and ultimately shits on everyone's party. I can't believe he's changed their story. But that's a video for another time. I've already done that one, in fact. Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Smash Up. It's a beat 'em up. I immediately looked at the back and just went, yes, yes, classic controller. Thank you. Look, classic controller fits. That's what I was going to say. I can play Wii games as long as they're classic controller. I wonder if I can. Oh, I can't use this on Wii U titles though, can I? Shit. But yeah, and it's a fighter. I know nothing about it. It looks quite nice. I'm assuming, did it come out at the time of the last movie? No, it's different artwork. Is it the current iteration of Turtles? I got incarnation, I should say. I got no Scooby whatsoever, but it looks quite nice. And I'll tell you what, for £4, that's a bit of a piss take if it's just that. But yeah, you know, like I said, I do like a good Turtles fighting game. Disc is a spankaroonie as well. So then I went to cash converters, and they had a ton of Xbox games in there, and one of them I really after, based on a comment someone left. But we're going to the non-game related stuff first, and this might surprise people and go, why did you buy that? I bought Becca Season 1. I'm probably the only person who actually liked Becca. People thought he never went on to anything successful after Cheers. This was actually quite funny. I liked it. Kind of grumpy doctor thing. What kind of grumpy doctor thing? He is a grumpy doctor, but then aren't all doctors grumpy? I know mine is. I know it was a tenner, but I honestly didn't know it was out. And I do like getting a box set, particularly since there's piss all on TV at the moment because of the tennis and the football, although I am enjoying the football even though we're out. And so I like a good box set, you know, of a series that I used to watch, because you can just cane a few episodes a night and you've got something to watch. Now, I bought another Wii game, and I've owned this before. This is an absolute gem, especially since it was £1, and I'm pretty sure it's £1 everywhere. It's a fantastic game. Yeah, I love this game, Mad World. It's like a black and white 3D sort of carnage fest, kind of Smash TV but third person, but really stylized graphics, and the only other colour in it is the blood, and it's super violent. It was one of the first games that came back out in, I don't know, what's 2007, 2008, which actually said, look, I'm not a kid's game. Yeah, brilliant game, fantastic sense of humour. I think Greg Proops from Whose Line Is It Anyway does the voice of the game show host or the commentary, and aren't you? Who does? I get confused between the person and the sports star. Is it John DiMaggio? By all means correct me. Bender's, the bloke who does Bender's voice, he's your character, as far as I can tell. He also does Gears of War. It's complete as well. The instructions are in proper good nick. The disc is alright, but how should I put this? Organic splatter on the front. Yeah, better not be flop. So yeah, the Xbox games, quite pleased with these. All of them cheap, apart from one. One wasn't really expensive, but so I bought Max Payne because those who watched my gameplays recently saw I played Max Payne 2, and I really enjoyed it. And I thought, well, this was what, 250, 150. It's just marked itself down. This was 150, and I thought I'm having it for that because I know for a fact that it's backwards compatible. And very violent. I'm going to say violent, very violent gunplay, stylized game. Very kind of art noir, story driven, and just great fun. I played the original Max Payne on the PlayStation 2 back in the day, but as far as I heard, that this is the better version because I know you have to have a powerhouse of a PC to run it. But yes, you can expect a gameplay of that. It is complete. The instructions are in proper good nick. Disc is alright. I mean, it should play. Right, and then I bought Medal of Honor Rising Sun because I want an absolutely massive first-person kick. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty, and when I saw this, and I had this back in the day on the PlayStation 2, remember, it has a fantastic campaign, really sort of, interesting, engaging story. I prefer this over, what was the first one called? Battlefront? No, I don't know. You know the one I mean, the one where you do the D-Day landing. I actually preferred this over that because I think it was one of the first games that actually came out and had a campaign against Japanese in the Pacific arena. And that's always fascinating because I am a war buff. Yeah, this was £1, and yeah, because people forget that back in the day, this was the big deal. It's not like it is now. Call of Duty, it was this. So totally expect a gameplay of this. And get the disc. I don't know if this is backward compatible, by the way, people. And if any of these games aren't, like I said, let me walk into the line of fire. Don't spoil my party. But I think based on the disc, backward compatibility might be the least of my problems. Oh well, it was £1. Then I bought Project Gotham Racing because I know people speak very highly of this game, and I do love driving games, and it was £1. I think it was a launch title, wasn't it, on the Xbox? I do remember drooling over seeing an Xbox in a shop window when it got first released in Bath, and this was one of the, not that it was first released in Bath, I was in Bath when it was first released, and this was one of the games in the shop window, and I remember drooling over it and then looking at the price and thinking, shit. But yeah, so I thought definitely have a pop at that. I could be wrong, but isn't it in the sequel, in the line of games that started on the Dreamcast where you get points or kudos for drifting and showing off your driving beans and stuff like that? It's complete, but good job, Cash Converters. And the disc is shiny, but what's wrong with this party? Oh well, I'll live. I'm not going to piss him over £1, but I'm assuming that means some other poor bastard's going to buy Project Gotham 2 because it was there, and they're going to get Project Gotham 1. Possibly I should have bought them both, but yeah, I'm really well, I was, but I'm really looking forward to playing the second one now. But as I said, I guess that means it's probably a superior game. I don't know. But this one I'm really chuffed to pick up, and it was £4. I absolutely loved Buffy back in the day. Oh, I quite enjoyed the show. See what I did there? Sorry. Yeah, awkward jump cut there. Note to self, Dave, all those videos that are still on your SD card even though you processed and uploaded them months ago, possibly now's the time to delete them. Anyway, yes, so Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Chaos Bleeds. I found out from the comments section on the Indiana Jones video, this is the same game engine, and I thought that was a really impressive, smooth game engine, and I forget what the person's name was, sorry. They also said it was a really fun game. So it immediately went on my radar, because I remember when this first got released, because obviously it's an exclusive, never came out on the PlayStation 2, and I know it's, or I believe, no, it does have all the actors voicing their own characters, so obviously the production is pretty good, but I just remember looking at it, and this was at the height of my Buffy loving, you know what I mean, my height of my, love of the show. Dig up, Dave, not down. And I just thought, there's no way you could do it justice. So the minute I found out that it's like a proper sort of adventure-y fighting game with decent graphics and a net game engine I've already tried on another game that was brilliant, I just thought, I've got to have it. So it's complete. Come on, Sod's Law dictates it. This isn't backward compatible though, isn't it? Oh, come on, please. Please be nice, disc as well. This is really awkward. Wrong hand. Should have thought this through, shouldn't I? Wow, that really was awkward, wasn't it? Disc is ow. Disc is alright actually, so I really hope this one works. I really, really do. So there you go. Pickups not in the wild. As soon as my hand fixes, I will probably do another wild video, you know, at some point then. But it's just I was so happy to get out of the house and have a chance to buy some games. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.